Welcome to Ball Talk with the Boys. I'm your host, Kevin Kelly, and boy, do we have a great show for you today. But I'm not alone. No, I'm not. I'm joined by a lifelong friend who also happens to be an avid sports lover like myself, the one and only Mr.
Cameron Hall. Come on, guys. Episode 1. Bear with us. We might screw up a little bit. We're out of our comfort zone, but hey, we talk ball a lot. Trying to have some fun. Give us a reason to get up in the morning. Hell, we ain't got nothing else to live for. So at this point, shit, we ain't got no babies in our lives or anything like that.
Life sucks.
All right. So we're gonna lock in here. Give you a little bit of background about ourselves before we start. So like you said, I'm Cameron. Diehard South Carolina fan. Graduated from there in 2022, so that kind of rose it up for me a little bit. Unfortunately, rough season for us so far. Team's not great. Yeah, cover that up too. Yep. Team's not great. Diehard Panthers fan. That's kind of both of us. So dive into that as well. That's kind of how we decided to start this. We text each other nonstop, so I'm sure doing this is probably going to help the women in our lives. We drive them absolutely crazy talking football nonstop with you. So that's for me. I'll pass it over to Kevin. Let him talk to you about you a little.
Like I said earlier, I'm Kevin. Played football my whole life, man. So since I was 5, all throughout high school. Breathe it, I bleed it, I love it. I'm a diehard Clemson fan, as you can see. Unfortunately, it's been a tough year, but hey, we've been spoiled. Last 15 years have been pretty great, so I can't really say much. And like I said, we're lifelong Panthers fans, and hey, 5-4, we'll take it.
Can't complain.
Are we for real?
Can't complain.
Are we for real?
Yeah.
We'll see. I like the schedule coming up. But yeah, like you were saying, we just want to keep this like an open dialogue. We want to keep it like almost like locker room talk. We want to keep it like just boys on the couch having a good time talking ball, because that's all we do. We love ball.
That's all we talk about.
Dude.
It's our whole lives for about 6 months out of the year. So it's not NFL based, not really college based. We're kind of just going to talk about anything that comes up to our mind and bring it up. We'll try to split it up and make it as good as possible when it comes to talking about them separately. But to start this one, we're going to kind of dive in on college football. The playoff rankings came out last night, so we're going to talk about those a little bit. Coaching carousel is pretty insane at the moment, so we'll bring up that. We'll go into NFL. We got a lot of hot takes on the NFL. That's basically what we talk about nonstop. So we'll dive into that and get into that good. And then we have a couple segments we're going to do every week. We'll bring those up for you a little bit later. So yeah, we'll get started here in college football.
Let's jump right in.
Get rolling. So like we said, the rankings came out last night. We'll start top 12. That's already kind of a weird spot there. So 12, we got Oklahoma. 11, we got Texas. Let's see, 10, we got Notre Dame. Then we go Oregon, Texas Tech, BYU, Ole Miss, Georgia, Alabama, A&M, Indiana, Ohio State. Those 3 are kind of locked in. I'd say Alabama's probably locked in too.
Yeah.
Those top 4 are probably pretty set in stone. You see anything on here that kind of catches your eye?
I'll say the biggest thing that jumps off the page for me is Texas Tech. How NIL's changed the game completely. I mean, Texas Tech won the most money on the roster. I mean, Texas has all the money, but the fact that Texas Tech is in the 12-team playoffs, I mean, it's working. It's not like it used to be. It used to be just tradition and scholarships, but no, now it's whoever's the highest bidder. You can buy your team now. It's kind of like NFL, but there's no guardrails on it. So, hey, good for Texas Tech.
Oil money.
Oil money, yeah.
Oil money.
Another one that jumps off for me is Indiana, dude. I mean, the turnaround they've had in the last 2 years, it also almost reminds me of the Clemson in 2015, how they just came out of nowhere, had a good, come on. But dude, their coach, dude, he's an all-star, dude. The way he's turned this team around, I mean, the quarterback, dude, he's going to be the number 1 pick. I think Indiana's really, I mean, obviously Ohio State's the favorite, but I think Indiana's got a chance to win the national championship this year.
They're a pretty solid team for sure. I say, kind of sticks out to me a little bit, 2 teams, actually 3. Number 1, Texas. I know they have the head-to-head against Oklahoma, but they're really just not a good football team. I mean, they got 2 wins right now. They're not really drawing anything off to my eye personally.
They got lucky against Mississippi State.
I mean, Arch is barely hitting 60% completion rate. His stats pop off the page, but majority of his stats have been based off teams that don't have anything going on. I mean, he played good against Vanderbilt, but I mean, you had Texas fans screaming overrated to Vanderbilt. So, I mean, that kind of shows where they're at as a team, considering they were ranked number 1 going into the season. BYU sticks out to me, not even because I'm surprised, but because BYU is just good every single
Yeah.
year for no reason. I mean, every single year it's like, yeah, BYU, they lose their quarterback. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They come out with some random kid
Yeah.
wearing a kicking number.
Shout out the Mormons. I mean, they got it going on.
Yeah. I mean, what are they, 7-0, 8-0?
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't lost a game yet. They play Texas Tech this week, actually. That'll be a good game.
That's a good game.
And then Ole Miss kind of sticks out to me, kind of for a different thing. We'll come into it with the carousel, but I'm a little interested with Lane because, I mean, you're looking at leaving Ole Miss, but if you're number 6 in the nation, they're giving you everything you want.
Yeah.
Especially from the money side, from anything that you need on that aspect of it. If you stay top 6 and you make the playoff over and over, you're going to be able to get the money you need from the people that you need to get it from. So that definitely sticks out for me. Going into Ohio State, number 1, we were kind of talking about this the other night. We were talking about in terms of, are they really the best team in the nation by far? If they are, why do we think so? I'm going to say yes. My take on it is yes. If you look at it, they have 4 of the 5 best players in the country. I mean, they got Caleb Downs, Julian Sayin. They got Tate at wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith's the best receiver I've probably ever seen in my life.
Really,
one of them,
yeah. So you really can't say anything else about that.
Yeah.
In terms of Julian Sayin, he's honestly surprised me.
Yeah, I did not. I mean,
he doesn't miss passes.
Yeah.
If you watch him, he's probably the most accurate quarterback in the nation.
We talked about it before the season, dude, and well, we thought he was going to be decent, but I didn't have a clue he was going to be this good. But with those receivers, I mean, it's hard not to be good, dude.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that has kind of thrown me off a little bit. If you watch, I mean, it's kind of him just tossing the ball to Jeremiah Smith, and then if Jeremiah Smith's getting double covered, then you're throwing it to Tate.
Yeah.
Which in terms of being a good team or him looking like a good quarterback is going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to a national championship run, I mean, if you play Indiana and they get you down 21 and they can take away your receivers, what are you going to do? Like, is he going to be able to be a playmaker, run around? I mean, I can't think of his name. They got a great tight end as well, so they're really loaded up on the offensive side. But then you go on the opposite side of the spectrum, you got Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Frauds.
Yeah, I don't think they're a legit team.
Frauds.
I know the hype around them. I know they're the most popular team. It's almost like the Dallas Cowboys. You know, Texas, how it is. Football's bigger in Texas, but art, storylines, money. I don't think they're for real. Now, I don't know if Sark's committed to Texas long term. I think there might be some NFL openings in the future that he might take.
I've heard people talking about
I've heard a lot about that. Now, I think it'd be smart for him because now, I mean, college is like the NFL.
Yeah.
And you don't have to deal with all the recruiting, all the time away from your family. Like we were talking about with Lane Kiffin, though, I don't think, with the coaching corral, I don't think he leaves at all because his family, it's been like, he's been a coach for, 15 years? This is the first time his family's ever been in the same place since he's been coaching. They all just moved to Mississippi and Oxford. So I think,
they're getting old enough, too, to where they might not want to leave.
I mean, his son's like a 3 or 4 star recruit. I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
got a lot of good scholarship
and
offers.
Ole Miss is going to give him whatever he wants. I mean, it's not, we're talking like Ole Miss. I mean, you know, LSU and Florida are those better jobs right now, dude.
Yeah, I agree. When it comes to Texas, like you said, I mean, Arch, like I said, throwing it like 60%.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not really getting the ball down the field. When he does, it's very risky. I mean, he's throwing prayer balls up every single week, it seems like. I was saying they're treating Vandy like a national championship. Their team was sitting there screaming overrated to Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
I mean, Diego's 27.
Yeah.
I mean, he's older than me and hasn't had a job yet. And he's over here chanting overrated to him. So he's played like 7 years of college football. So I definitely wouldn't go that far with him. But
Tate McRae, give him a chance, though.
hey, no kidding.
Give him a chance.
Give him a chance. Yeah, he's there for you. No, but I agree with the coaching jobs you were talking about.
Yeah.
LSU, Ole Miss. I mean, you got Lane Kiffin, obviously. He's the leader of the pack in a lot of these jobs right now.
I think everybody wants Lane Kiffin, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done it. He's shown that he can work with NIL. He can make it work. He calls it the offense. I mean, that's what you want in a modern-day coach. He knows how to talk to players. I mean, that's what you want. But if I was him, I don't think I'd leave Ole Miss. I mean, I think he has everything he needs right there. I mean, like I said, what number 6 right now?
Yeah.
I mean, dude, what more do you have? They have all the money, a great fan base. It's a top program. I mean, if I was him,
He's led them from nothing too.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's in terms of their squad, their fans, everything. I mean, they're all in on him. So he's got a lot of safety at that school.
That's true.
He could have 2 or 3 bad seasons in a year, I would say, and he'd probably be able to.
With that being said, though, man, money talks, brother. Money talks.
Yeah.
LSU and Florida comes and brings out the Brinks truck, man. I mean, you can't blame the man. I mean, I know you can only be loyal to a certain. You want to be loyal, you know, but at the end of the day, you got a family, you got a life. You know what I'm saying? Like, money talks, man. And you're seeing that with NIL and the college kids nowadays, man. There's not a lot of loyalty anywhere now.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, no free ads, but he went on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah.
He said money isn't the problem. I mean, I know, like you said,
he's made a shit ton of it. Yeah.
He's made a shit ton of money, but whenever it comes to that, I'm sure there's a certain amount of money
Yeah.
that'll definitely be able to get you past by. But yeah, dude, you look at some of these job openings right now. You got Auburn, LSU, Arkansas, Florida. Those are just in the SEC.
Yeah.
You got Virginia Tech, Stanford, UCLA, Oklahoma State, and Penn State. The crazy thing is those jobs, we're saying them like they're downside jobs,
No,
but it's
dude.
because there's so many SEC schools right now that have openings.
I think this is the first time there's been this many Power Forward like openings at this point in the season. I mean, it's mid-season. We have like top 10 great schools opening up, dude. I think the one that surprised people the most would be Virginia Tech. I think James Franklin.
I can see that.
Will go to Virginia Tech, and I think he'll win there.
that.
They have put a lot of money into that program. I think they just had a donor spend $100 million on that program, and Virginia Tech has tradition. I mean, they have a huge fan base, man. I mean, they've won before, so I think if James Franklin went there in the ACC,
Yeah, no, it would definitely be. It's a good spot for him to land for sure. There's not a bad team on this list.
no, there's not, dude.
I mean, UCLA at one time was a powerhouse. I mean, as of right now, they're down in a bad spot.
Yeah.
But I mean, they got I don't
got
even know
money.
the dude's name, but they got the guy there, the guy that works for Fox or CBS,
Yeah.
whatever it is. His son's over there
Yeah.
coaching and led them from being literally poverty to winning 2 or 3 ball games in
Yeah.
3 weeks just because he was a coach that had some idea of what he was doing.
Yeah.
You got Oklahoma State. I mean, think about that's honestly a really good job too. It's kind of ran into the ground right now, but it has a lot of potential. There's a lot of coaches that would love to have that job.
Oh yeah, I mean any coach would love to have Arkansas. I mean Stanford. Stanford. I mean, yeah, it's hard to win there because of the academics. But Stanford at one point, man. I mean, when Harbaugh was there, they had Andrew Luck. I mean, they've had John Elway, dude. They've had all kinds of great players. So you could win at Stanford too, and they have the ACC now. So I mean, the ACC's wide open. There's no mainstays in the ACC anymore. There's no Clemson right now.
Yeah.
Florida State's not worth a damn. I mean, you got a bunch of it's wide open the ACC, and that's automatic bid if you win the ACC. I mean, right now we got what?
Plus, I mean, Stanford's got a lot of tradition.
A lot of tradition. That's a lot of
Man,
money. in
everybody,
California.
a lot of money. Yeah, they
A
got
lot of Olympic athletes
a lot of
yeah.
rich people went to Stanford.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you can get a team, get a ball club that they're even willing to put any money
Yeah.
into, I mean, they can shoot up.
And they got Andrew Luck running the program now. I mean, he's like basically the GM.
They're God.
They got it.
He's
Yeah,
literally their favorite
Smart,
player
yeah.
ever.
Literally
Yeah.
genius. Yeah.
And that's not even talking, like I said, we haven't even got the Big Ten, we haven't got the SEC.
Yeah.
Penn State, personally, I really like at Penn State. I really think Brent Key could be solid
I
at
can
Penn
see
State.
that. That's the one I don't know who's going to take that job.
Brent Key or Clark Lee.
Clark Lee.
The reason is because like I don't see Brent Key being really good in like a down south, like very southern type school. But Penn State gives him the opportunity. Like their fans are loyal, they'll give you the money, but they're not as crazy as an SEC fan is. I mean the donors as well.
Yeah.
I mean James Franklin, he was like the definition of above average.
Yeah.
So
he had it made.
and he had it made. I mean, it took them losing some pretty brutal games for him to be able to get fired. I mean, if they didn't lose to Northwestern, if they didn't lose to UCLA back-to-back weeks, I mean, I know after that Northwestern game, I mean, that he knew. I mean, he was walking around looking at the stadium, had his damn hands on his hips. Everybody knew it was over.
See, I thought with the Penn State job, Matt Rule would love that. I mean, Matt Rule's a Penn State alum. I mean, he played linebacker there. I mean, I think his best friend's actually the kind of like the GM there. He's like over the or he's something there. His best friend. So I mean, we'll get into Matt Rule probably later. But I thought that was a good connection. But then Nebraska comes and they gave him a huge raise.
Bonus.
And I was listening to him talk on the Pat McAfee show again, and he saw about how much he loved Nebraska and how much they've embraced his family. So I feel like a lot of coaches now, man, if you like where you're at, and I mean your college is compensating you like other schools. What's the reason to leave? I mean, with NIL, if they give you what you want, you can win anywhere now. It's not like it used to where it's tradition. Now it's basically who has money. That's who wins. It's not like it used to be.
Well, especially too, he gets a few losses under his belt too, and Penn State's looking. They're like, okay, we're going from 1B to 2B.
Yeah.
Like we're taking the exact same coach that we just fired that like our players love. We've lost all these different recruits, and then it's like on top of that, now we're just gonna hire Matt Rule.
Yeah, I don't think Matt Rule's like a coach.
I mean, Matt Rule, to be fair, I mean he has led programs, not Nebraska yet, by the way, which is the one that everybody was waiting on him to do to get.
Yeah, it's usually the third year.
But I mean, Baylor, you got all these different teams. Are like, oh, he led them to 9, 10 wins. It's like, well, you're looking at a poverty team who's never won anything. That has a coach that led them to a little bit. So now everybody looks at him like he's like their like Lord and Savior.
I'm about to say, dude, he got 10 wins at Baylor, and we hired him in the Panthers and gave him a 6-year contract.
And he was dog shit, to say the least.
We'll get into that probably later on.
Yeah, he was dog shit to say the least there. So I mean, like I said, he's a good coach. Would I hire him after basically firing the exact same coach? I don't really know if I'm doing that.
I don't know if that's upgrade.
Biggest thing is right now, I think what's changed in college football that people don't realize is the big name coaches have not been working since NIL became a thing. Like you got to find a diamond in the rough. You got to find a Kenny Dillingham. You got to find a Clark Lee. Like that's the way that you're gonna pop off and become a good team. You're not gonna do it hiring. I mean, like James Franklin at Virginia Tech. I could see that working.
Yeah.
But like James Franklin at like LSU or something like that, no.
You kind of got to get lucky with the coaching hiring, dude. Because a lot of times, I mean, you see it with Jimbo Fisher, you see it with all these coaches, man. But it's like rinse and repeat. I mean, you're going to get the same result. You need these young guns, man.
Need somebody with some fire.
That knows how to lead men, like, and knows how to use NIL to their advantage. Like, yeah, you need a leader of men as your coach. It can't just be all X's and O's.
Especially with the money aspect of it now too. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if they lose faith in you, they lose faith in the program.
Yeah,
all they're looking at, they're like, I got this money till the end of the year. Let me just float by, get my stats up, and then I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna go pick somewhere else.
I don't blame them. I mean, if I was 18, 19, someone's giving me $1 million a year, dude, I'm taking it.
Absolutely.
I could be. I'm a Clemson fan. If South Carolina offers me $10 million to come play for a year, guess what? Go Cox. I mean, I'm there.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I got so I really like, a lot of people have been talking about John Summerall out of Tulane going to Auburn. Some stuff came out the other day saying that they're looking for an offensive coach. If that's the case, then they're probably not looking his direction.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he has a lot of ties. I know that he really likes the thought of working at Auburn. I think that could work too. I think Auburn is a sneaky job right now because, this is the first coaching carousel where they are hiring somebody when Nick Saban was on the other side of the state.
That's what I was about
First
to say.
time. Nick Saban's been there every single time. So you look at a coach and they're like, yeah, so for me to get anywhere and do anything with this program, I have to beat Nick Saban every season.
In your backyard,
I'm screwed,
The state of Alabama was, I mean, that's Nick Saban. You might as well rename it. He owned Alabama and all the area around it. Now it's open. Like I said, I mean, Alabama's good this year, but the recruiting, I mean, it's wide open for Auburn. They have the money. They have the tradition.
And if Nick Saban wasn't taking the recruits, it was Kirby. But you look at Kirby's easily got when it comes to talent, the least talented roster that he's had since he's been in Georgia. And I think it's because of the split with the money that they have now. They haven't had that before.
No.
So you got him, like I said, you got Alabama on the other side with Kalen DeBoer. Two great coaches, but number one, like I said, not Nick Saban. Nick Saban didn't even, all he did was walk in and say, you want to win a national championship? Come follow me. And it's immediate.
Because back then it was all about tradition. If you want to go to the NFL, you want to win a national championship, guess where you go? Alabama. I mean, he didn't really have to recruit. The brand almost recruited for him. You knew Nick Saban was going to win. Yeah. So it's automatic. But now, like we said, NIL just makes it week to week. It's almost like the NFL. Like, it's so much parity in college football right now.
Yes, everything is. All teams are a lot closer.
I don't think you see a lot of like undefeated 15-0 teams anymore nowadays. Like I said, it's common, especially the 12-team playoff, to lose 2-3 games and still make the playoffs.
I would say 10, 15 years ago, the difference between 1 and 5 would have been, if you put them on a neutral field, would have been like a 4 to 7 point spread. Honestly, probably more. Because, I mean, you look at that Notre Dame, Alabama national championship from like whenever Manti Te'o and them were there. I mean, they walked in and Brian Kelly knew the game. He knew they were going to win.
Dude, you saw a lot.
He was literally just like, he was just trying to hype them up. He's like, hey guys, let's just go out there and fight, give it all we got. And that was number 1 and 2. And I think that was like, I mean, I can't remember exactly. It was definitely double-digit spread. But, I mean, now you look at it, the difference between 1 and 15, 16, 17, take out Ohio State. I guarantee you from 2 to 17 right now, neutral field, there's not bigger than a 10-point spread.
There's not, dude.
There's no way.
There's so much parity right now. I guess that's why they wanted that with the 12-team playoff. So, I mean, it eliminates, like, they just had the top 4. That's really what it was for those last, 10 years of the college football playoff.
Yeah.
You had Alabama, you had Georgia, you had Clemson, you had Oklahoma, and then you'd have, like, other team every once in a while. But those 4 just dominated. I mean, no one really else had a chance, dude. Of course, I mean, I enjoyed that time.
Yeah, right.
I enjoyed that time.
Yeah, you guys, y'all were balling out. We've been poverty.
But I think NIL, there's pros and cons, which in my opinion, might be a hot take. I think there's more cons in NIL than there's pros. But one of the pros is there is more like parity. There's more opportunity for like these smaller schools, like
makes it enjoyable.
South Carolina,
small,
bro. South Carolina, they got the fan base. I respect them because I now see with losing how our fan base has turned, dude. Like, they're not showing up to games and stuff, but it don't matter. South Carolina, win, lose, rain, snow, they're there. They're cheering, man. 9 a.m. Right? They're showing up. I respect them. I didn't realize that until now. Clemson fans, we got spoiled, man.
My wife's in good hands.
Yeah.
Like fiance, good hands. She knows I'm not a cheater.
Yeah.
I show up to Panthers and South Carolina games on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah, this man's loyal,
man. I'm a loyal man.
I get the Panther side of it, bro.
But the biggest thing is too. We're talking about the jobs that are currently available.
There's still gonna be
I mean, there's probably, I would say there are probably at least 5 more firings at Power 5 schools before the season's even over. Number 1, look at Luke Fickell at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You talk about poverty. You talk about us being poverty.
Yeah.
Hell, at least we have coaches that our fan base trusts, that our fan base has a little bit of steam behind. Like right now, Beamer's probably at like one of the lower points of his tenure at South Carolina.
But your schedule is brutal. I mean,
our schedule is brutal, but he also he still is recruiting at a high level. He still has the players fighting their ass off every single week. When you have that and you're a Carolina fan, like I said, we're not expecting national championships, so that's something that we're going to believe in, something that we're going to ride behind. I mean, you talk about yourself with Dabo. I mean, you guys won 2 national championships with him. So at that point, I mean, unless it gets to the point where you guys are 3 or 4 seasons of 6
Yeah.
losses, like he's not going to be going anywhere. But Luke Fickell has no say in Wisconsin whatsoever. He had one lucky ass season with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
He pulled him out, got Desmond Ritter and they just got, and then they got mollywopped by Alabama.
They got lucky with that Cincinnati team. They
Yeah.
were stacked. They had Sauce Gardner. They had Alex Pierce. I mean, they had some dogs in that team. But when he went to Wisconsin.
And the biggest thing is too, like with this podcast, we're not going to be statistically driven or anything like that. We're going to be just talking, but I found something that must be said. Past 3 games, he's been outscored 92-7.
Yeah.
With a 37-0 loss to Iowa. He got shut out by Ohio State. I don't even know who they played last week at that point. I just stopped watching. I want to say it was Oregon. Oregon, it was. I think it was like 21-7.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll talk about Oregon later. Number one, I don't even think that they're as good as people think. But we'll go back to that. But yeah, Luke Fickell, 92-7 past 3 games, 15-19 as a coach overall since he's been there. Like I said, he lived off that Cincinnati bid when it was a 14 playoff. And then Mark Stoops.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. He has probably been the sneakiest coach to keep his job in all of college football.
It's just, dude, I feel like Kentucky's like an impossible program, dude. I mean, they've never been a winner, brother. So, I mean, Mark Stoops at least got, 9-10 wins a couple times. So, I mean, I don't know if you move on from him because, I mean, Stoop family does. I mean, that's a traditionally great coaching tree.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, it's hard winning at Kentucky, but, like I said, you told me 5 years ago Vanderbilt would be where it is now. I'd call you crazy. We were talking about Texas being Vanderbilt was crazy. The fact that that's crazy is insane. I mean, this is Vanderbilt. With NIL, I mean, you get the right coach, you get the right boosters, you get the right people in the front office or whatever. I mean, who's to say Kentucky can't be a winner? I mean, if Vanderbilt do it, anybody can do it, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's just Mark Stoops, 79-78 over 13 seasons as head coach. He's perfect 500, which is the definition of Kentucky.
Yeah.
They've had seasons where you're like, hey, they might be decent. They've had seasons like this year where they're dog shit. And overall, they're just a mediocre, middle of the pack team. I mean, you got South Carolina beating them every year.
Yeah.
So, they're a lock over the past few years, thank God. But I mean, with it being an SEC job, though,
it's still
it's
top
Kentucky,
job,
you know. It's anything SEC is going to be top notch.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to pick SEC over, I'd say, 90% of Big 12 schools. You're going to pick. I was going to say, Pac doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything
Bring back the
Pac,
Pac.
anything small, rip the Pac. But yeah, it's I mean, it's a good job. Somebody could definitely.
Somebody
and
could
then
win there,
on top of that, not to mention that he had the A&M job, thinking in his fingertips, completely turns his back to Kentucky, gives him a fuck you on his way out, and then the fans basically said, if you hire Mark Stoops, we will riot.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, that's not going to work. So they backed out on him. This season's been pretty crazy so far with all the firings, with everything that could happen. And I don't see it stopping.
No, I don't. Dude.
Soon,
I think it's going to be like this going forward always, dude. Because with the money they're spending on rosters, they have low tolerance for losing now, brother.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see going forward the coaching contracts going to be based on incentives. So they're like wins they'll get paid. Because these buyouts right now, dude, they're insane. We're talking about LSU. $50 million they got to pay out to Brian Kelly, and they're talking about the taxpayers.
Throwing it on the taxpayers. That's insane.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, putting it on my tax dollar, I'll say hell no. Bring his ass back.
No, dude.
Bring him back.
Yeah, I mean,
Brian, let it back. Give him
back.
another chance. But yeah, so like I said, we're kind of gonna mix it up a little bit on this podcast.
Yeah.
Try our best to get a little bit into multiple aspects of football.
Yep.
So we hit our college mark there. We're gonna run to the big boys now and talk about a little NFL.
Yeah. We love this.
It's our bread and butter here.
Yeah.
This is where we start. No notes needed for these. This one we'll just start running it off. So yeah, we're gonna start with a little trade deadline talk. Biggest one of the weekend, Sauce Gardner. That was crazy.
We talked about this yesterday over text.
Yeah, for a long time.
I like the move if I'm a Colts fan. I know it was a lot they gave up. They gave up 2 first-round picks, and they gave up, Donnie Mitchell. But at the same time, dude, if you're a Colts fan, you've dealt with the last 5 years of being the most mid-team ever. I mean, no one even watched Colts football.
Yeah.
But there's something nice about having a front office that goes all in, brother. I mean,
I agree.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They're on this team, they're on this run right now. Daniel Jones is playing like an MVP right now. I know he had one bad game last week against the Steelers, but I mean, Jonathan Taylor's Offense Player of the Year on pace for 30 touchdowns this year. I mean,
he's insane.
If you this is what I tell people all the time, dude, and this I wish more coaches were like this, more GMs were like this. If you have a team that you think it could beat, go all in, dude. You're not promised the same team next year. You never know what injuries. I mean, every team, every roster is different from year to year. I wish, talking about that, I wish Carolina Panthers. I mean, 2015, they were talking about we're the youngest team. Cam was like 25, Luke was like 24 or whatever, MVP. They said we lost the Broncos, we'll be back. Guess what? We've never been back. They said the same thing with the Bengals.
Most wins we've had since then was 7.
Yeah.
Or maybe 8.
Yeah.
Terrible. But same for Sauce. I mean, they gave up a 2026 first, 2027 first, and AD Mitchell.
Yeah.
I would say the biggest takeaway that I have gotten from it is that right now they have the defensive coordinator that was with Cincy that beat the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl. Lou Anarumo. He knows that to be able to beat the Bills, to be able to beat the Chiefs, you've got to cover, but you've got to man cover.
Yeah.
And one thing about Sauce, I think he's like top 5 in the league right now. Defensive pass interferences, top 5 in the league with holdings.
But I saw a stat, dude. He hasn't allowed more than 2 catches on anybody he's going. That's key, man. If you have somebody, yes, he can let up plays, chunk plays and stuff. But if he's only allowing 2 catches on people he's on, dude, I mean that changes your whole scheme of your football team. Dude.
And the biggest thing is too, if you say you get pass interference or a holding, one or the other every week while you have him in there. You get on a good receiver and you're on him like white on rice, like on his back nonstop. You might get a couple flags, but that's gonna get in their head. The whole time they're gonna be like, "Get this motherfucker off my back!" Like blah blah blah, start getting frustrated. And the thing is, Sauce definitely can do that.
Sauce, he's a physical corner.
Yeah. I mean, two first.
That's crazy.
A first and AD would have been because I mean, right now they're basically giving them 2 firsts and a wide receiver 3. For Sauce Gardner, and he has statistically fallen off a cliff since like his second year in the league. So it's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. It's going to be something interesting to watch for sure. It's definitely a toss-up. I think that one, if you put like a rating on both teams, Jets. In terms of what they're doing, I'm giving them an A+.
A+, yeah.
I mean, they got a good wide receiver.
We'll touch on the Cowboys trade, but over on the last day, the Jets A++. Now, I would have traded Brees if I could have, but
100%.
I get they didn't get.
And that goes both ways with the Chiefs and with the Jets too, because Chiefs wanted to give them a 4th, Jets wanted a 3rd. It's like at the end of the day, like I'm surprised one side didn't give. Because I mean, realistically, it's not that big of a difference in terms of. Depending if it's like 7 or 8 picks or if it's 15 picks. I mean, once you get to those 4th rounds, it's a diamond in the rough anyways.
And dude, imagine Brees Hall and freaking Chiefs. I mean, come on, dude. If I was the Chiefs,
it's honestly best for the rest of the NFL that it didn't work out. It would have. If they would have got him and they would have had him with Isaiah Pacheco right behind him, it would have been.
Rasheed Rice back.
It would have been pretty brutal. Then you go to move on to the Cowboys. I mean, they traded Quinnen Williams. I want to say Cowboys gave. What was it?
They gave a 2nd round this year, and then next year, which I've never actually seen this before. So they have 2 first round picks from Packers. So next year they have their 1st round pick and the Packers. So essentially they did a pick with a trade. They did whoever is the higher pick next year. That's the one that goes to the Jets. So say the Packers picks higher, that's going to the Jets. If the Cowboys picks higher, that's the one going to the Jets.
So they're getting screwed regardless.
Yeah, I've never seen that NFL, NBA that happens all the time. But basically, they got a freeze on the 6 or 7 draft, 2027 draft. That they can't move any of those picks because they don't know which one's going to be higher. But that essentially was what it was. So it's a 2nd round this year and the higher 1st round pick next year, and Mozzie Smith, which I mean, it's Mozzie Smith. So,
I mean, it's I mean, it was. I don't hate the trade.
I don't hate it, but also
I don't hate it. I don't love it. Because you're basically trading Micah in a 2nd for Quinnen in a 1st. Is Quinnen? I mean, the thing is, at defensive tackle, they matter, but not as much as a good edge rusher. I mean, it's just when I was hey, no free ads. Shout out to ESPN. I was watching ESPN yesterday during the NFL trade deadline. They were talking about Quinnen, and they were saying essentially this is like a trade for them for the future. Like he's not going to come in next week and change their defense. I mean, adding him as well as Logan Wilson at linebacker, they're saying that might be like a 3-point difference per game this year, which is like when it comes to their offense, they're going to have to score 30 plus to be able to get anything anyways.
It's almost like a Bengals situation last year.
But it's like look if you look at just the straight trade with the Jets, both teams won. But if you look at the fact that they had Micah and they could have just signed him and kept who they had and like not done this to begin with, that's kind of where they lose the trade in my opinion. So I'd say fair trade. I'd say maybe a little bit of a lean towards the Jets just because of their purpose of rebuilding.
I get it from the Jets viewpoint because I mean they're 1-7 right now.
And like I said, great trade for the Cowboys too. If you don't think about the fact they have Micah Parsons.
The only thing that I'm like, that's what we're talking. We're talking about interior defensive linemen. Yes, they're important nowadays, but they already had Osa and Kenny Clark that they traded for. So what are we doing with Quinnen Williams? Are we playing a 3-4? Are we putting one at D in? Like I don't know what we're doing. And you're paying all that money to your D tackles whenever you could have paid Micah, which I think they could have paid Micah, but Micah kind of pissed off Jerry Jones and he felt disrespected, so that's why he shipped him off. But at the end of the day, you don't trade away Micah Parsons and then
No.
go make this trade, dude. Because that's, I mean, besides quarterback, edge rusher is the most important position in football. You got quarterback, edge rusher, tackle. But Micah Parsons, dude, he's like, what, 26, and he's been an all-pro. I mean, he's on pace for a Hall of Fame career, and you trade him away.
I also think, I mean, it definitely pissed him off, but the thing about the Cowboys, too, that I feel like people like don't look back into the past. They're just looking at the future, like with the Micah trade and everything. They made a lot of bad deals over the past few years that kind of cost them in all of this combined.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't sign Trayvon Diggs, which was easily one of the biggest boomer bust players you could ever sign, at the amount that they signed him was outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at that, you find a little bit more cap space. You could have had Micah and Quentin Williams.
Yeah.
And then you have Bland out on the outside, and you find somebody else in third round. I mean, the thing is, Trayvon Diggs literally, he had that 1 year he had like 8 or 9 picks, and they were like, this guy. But the thing is, he had picks because he went all in.
He was risking
He would
every play,
completely miss the receiver
They go get a pick,
to get a pick, and then when he didn't get the pick, they were getting 30, 40-yard passes. I mean, he was a boomer bust.
It was almost like boomer bust. And, you know, it ain't working now. I don't know if that's injuries or whatever it is. Maybe he lost some athleticism, but yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, you look at something like that. You could have turned around, found a little bit more space somewhere else, and you could have had Quentin, you could have Micah, you could have CD, and you might be able to get Pickens as well.
Honestly,
So
dude,
they've lost in a lot of past trades for sure.
I don't think Jerry cares that much, to be honest with you. Jerry, the Cowboys.
Did you see his thing the other day when he was sitting up there and he was like, when things get boring, I like to mix the
It's
pot.
a soap opera, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's all he said. And then the funny thing is, he's saying it in front of Stephen A.
Yeah.
Who's tried to prove that for years, and then he just tells him straight up to his face, "Yeah, I do that." And Stephen A. was like,
No, they love when Stephen A. talks about him on ESPN. It's all about rate. I mean, at the end of the day, I get it. It is a business. NFL's a business. We get as fans, we get away from that, seeing that. But as owners, it's all business. It's all about making money. Everything's about money. But we don't want to think that, being a fan, But I don't know. I don't know what the Cowboys doing. All my friends are Cowboys fans, and we always talk about it all the time. They ask me what I think, but I don't know, man. I think they're in a bad spot. I think Dak is a good quarterback. He's aging. He's getting paid $60 million this year.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of money on that roster to build, which I get that's part of the reason they traded Micah Parsons. But then you go fill that cap space with Quentin Williams, Kenny Clark, and then you're re-signing all these players. Logan Wilson you trade for. I don't know, man. I don't know what Jerry's doing. I think they might be in a rebuild here in the next couple of years.
Up until this year, I gave my Cowboys friends hell because I knew in the back of my mind they were better than the Panthers.
Yeah.
But I would just talk shit because I wanted to have something to say about the Panthers. This is genuinely the first year where I talk to my Cowboys friends and they're like, dude, you guys are just a better built roster than us right now. But the names on their team are so much better than the names on our team, but they have no cohesion.
No culture. They don't really have a culture right now.
I mean, their head coach would not have got a head coaching job at any other NFL job or any college job.
Because he was a yes man to Jerry, dude.
No college jobs at all.
They talk about...
And the money.
Yeah, the money,
For Jerry to be a billionaire, he is, when it comes to coaches, he is cheap as hell.
Because essentially Jerry wants to be the head coach. That's what it's called. He'll never hire someone like a top dog, like a damn Sean Payton or someone like that.
Because they will
tell him what to do, and Jerry does not want that. So
face,
basically, he's hiring yes men. Because I mean, Jerry's going to do it. I mean, I get it. I mean,
he wants to run it his way.
He has the right to. I mean, he made the Cowboys what they are, but. You hear reports of them at the practice facility. They have fan tours coming through and through the locker room and stuff, and they're running plays and stuff, and there's fans just walking through the practice facility. I think that's insane. There's no other NFL team that does that. It's all show.
The Panthers aren't even allowed to video practice. I'm not even talking about fans. I'm talking about reporters.
Yeah.
You get Bryce doing some high knees going down the sideline, and then other than that, everything else is in writing. And I saw somebody comment on it the other day. They were talking about it, and they were like, you guys don't get any practice shots or anything? And they were like, no, the minute that we start practice, Tepper, Dave, and Dan are like, y'all have to leave.
I kind of like it, though.
No, I do, too.
I kind of like it.
I do, too.
I mean, I'm telling you, this Panthers team, brother, I get Detroit Lions vibes from it, bro. We've been building, sucking. But the culture was in place whenever they hired Brant, they hired Dan, they hired Dave, and they have a cohesion. And Tepper took a step back. Dude, I love that. I'm just telling you. That year that the Lions went 9-8, I think that's us this year. Mm-hmm. And the year after that, the Lions won the NFC Championship. Yeah. I'm not saying we're going to NFC Championship, but the culture's there, and the players are bought in, and we have the foundation, and that's key, man.
And we're finally starting to get a little bit of back behind us from the media, other places. I mean, for the longest time, Panthers have been the laughing stock of the league.
Bro, you had to search to hear anybody talk about the Panthers. And usually it was just getting laughed at. Yeah. I mean, even against the Packers, dude, you heard at the Fox halftime show, they were talking about the Packers are just playing with their food. The Packers are going to get it right. The Packers are way better than the Panthers. Hey.
All I got to say, BY9.
Dub.
BY9, 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. Clutch,
4-0
man. Clutch.
Hey, let's go. We got Rashid Shaheed.
Yeah.
In my opinion, might have made the Seahawks the scariest offense in football because of that trade. And I know a lot of people are dying off on the Seahawks. A lot of people are kind of ignoring the fact that they're building what they're building because they saw what Sam Darnold did last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I would say that he's taken a step up even since last year. And the thing is too, if you're gonna make that call and say one bad playoff run, number one, he's been on god awful teams his whole career. So last year was his first chance to even do anything in the playoffs.
I mean, his development was
if you're calling him a bust of a top end quarterback after last year, might as well say that about Dak. Might as well say that about Jordan Love because all of them have shit the bed in the playoffs. Yeah. Jalen Hurts, he's won a Super Bowl and he has also shit the bed in a playoff game. So you got to let him bounce back. You got to give him another shot. I mean, you got Rashid, you got
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Oh my gosh, dude!
If that running game gets going, they might be NFC side leaders for the championship. I really think.
Yeah, I think that's partly why they went and got Rashid Shaheed because he can take the top off of defense, which is, I mean, you look at like the Miami. What was different with Miami is that they had Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, and you couldn't like press up on them, so they'd open up Devon A-Chain and all of them boys. Now you got Shaheed and Jackson Smith on the outside, so safeties can't come up. They're going to stay back, and corners have to stay back. So that's going to open up Kenneth Walker. That's going to open up Zach Charbonnet, dude. I love that trade for.
And everybody was screaming like, "Why are you going receiver? Why are you not going running back? Your running backs aren't working." But I completely agree. The thing is, they have the running backs in place to be good. Both of those running backs have been successful in the league. All it takes is you get somebody on the outside. Jackson Smith is quick in himself, but Jackson Smith can take the top off. He can also gut you on the outside and hit you through the middle. I mean, he can do anything. You can put him at the X, you can put him at the slot, you can put him wherever you want.
Anywhere, dude.
And then you get Shaheed, who now is going to take the top off,
keep the defense
every other play, keep them guessing.
Mm-hmm. That's going to open up Jackson Smith.
Linebackers constantly on their toes.
Yeah.
And then you hand it to Kenneth Walker out of the middle. It's going to give them a lot of openings there. So I think that wasn't the biggest trade of the day, but I think in terms of possible Super Bowl contenders, possible making it to the NFC Championship, I think that might be one of the biggest slip-on trade deadline moves of the week.
I'm a Rashid Shaheed fan. I got him in fantasy, so I might be a little biased. But, dude, I think – because he was with Clint Kubiak last year as coordinator in New Orleans.
And he obviously saw something.
And Clint's in Seattle now. And Rashid was going off at the beginning of half the year with the Saints, and they tore his ACL. But, dude, he just opens up the deep threats. They would take like 2 or 3 deep shots to him a year, and they would come down, dude. And it would open up Chris Olave. It would open up Alvin Kamara. It would open up everybody. And I can see the vision, dude, because you have Torrey Holt in the slot. You have Cooper Kupp in the slot. You have Jackson Smith in play slot. And Rashid Shaheed going deep, dude. Seattle's defense is
Torrey Horton.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Sneaky, too. Yeah.
Seattle's a good team.
5th round?
Yeah. 5th round of what, Colorado State?
Yeah.
Dog, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he looks really good. So we're gonna go into a few key matchups for the week. Obviously we picked a great week to have episode 1 because trade deadline gives you a lot to talk about. So we dove in a little bit deep there. But we're gonna go some key matchups. I'm gonna start with my first one. We kind of just hit on the Panthers a little bit, maybe too much for an average fan. So I'll make this one quick. This is biased. Panthers Saints is one of my key matchups of the week. Being a Panthers biased fan, number one. The way we look right now, we finally beat a team over 500. That was the first win over a 500 team that we've had in a very long time. We're finally looking like we are above some of these teams that we haven't been above in the past. And the Saints is the perfect place to show that that's not just a fluke, that we're actually back as a team. Saints got 1 win. There's no reason at all that we should not beat them comfortably by 10 plus points. I think that's what we need to do. Will that happen? That's what I'm saying when I say it's a key matchup of the week, because
it'd be the most Panthers thing to lose.
If Bryce Young goes 120 yards again for a pick, and we win, the way we've looked, Panthers fans aren't even gonna be happy with that. If he does it and we lose, Panthers fans are gonna crash out. We need a decent run game because Rico's been doing well. I say give us 150 on the ground, 180 through the air.
Play smart football.
I say prediction, I'm going 24-14 Panthers, 24-17 Panthers. I think we need to take care of business here. That's one of my key matchups of the week for the team. We need to go 6-4 going into Falcons because they're coming for blood. We embarrassed them on our home field. So going into Atlanta, it's going to be rowdy. I got us winning 24-14. That's my first key matchup.
I think that's going to be the key if this is a different Panthers team from years past. Because usually coming off a big win like that, we would lose a trap game to the Saints. That's the old Panthers. So we'll see. We'll see if we're for real. But let's move on to the next one. Who we got next? We got the Ravens and Vikings, dude. I'm going to tell you what. I was talking to him earlier. I had the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. So, I mean, right now it doesn't look too good. But, I mean, with this matchup, I mean, that's a winnable game for the Ravens,
Yeah.
dude. They got everybody back. I mean, yes, J.J. McCarthy looks good, but the Vikings have holes, dude. And I like the Ravens in that pretty easily, dude, honestly.
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing is, too, is that's two teams finished last year incredible.
Yeah.
Had a lot going into this season, like a lot on the line. The coaches, especially, I mean, adding JJ.
Yeah.
And then the Ravens, just going into this season, I would say everybody, if you ask, probably would have doubled down that the Ravens had the most talented roster
They
in
made
the
some good
league.
moves in the offseason.
So you're looking at that. Both those teams got way behind on the 8 ball. Obviously, you lose Lamar, that's going to hurt your team.
Yeah.
And then you got JJ starts off rough. I mean, that was a brutal quarterback showing for about 8 weeks for them there with Carson Wentz. But yeah, you're back now. Two teams that are trying to get back on their feet after having a rough start that both didn't even have playoff expectations, had playoff or bust for both of these teams. Coaches and teams, because they're both coaches. I wouldn't say hot seat, but I would say
Harbaugh's kind of on the hot seat.
fans are gonna be rowdy if the Ravens don't make the playoffs because that's expected from them every season. Vikings are gonna say, "Why do you not keep Sam Darnold?"
Yeah, that's
and
the key
those
thing,
are two things that are gonna happen with these teams.
Not even Sam Darnold. I mean, Daniel Jones was on the roster last year too, dude.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think the Ravens will win this pretty easily. They're 3-5 right now, but this is what tells you all you need to know. They're 3-5 and still favorites to win the AFC North. I mean, everyone's healthy. The Ravens, I mean, they can easily go on a run.
Yeah.
I mean, once you get the playoffs, it doesn't matter, but it's week by week. But I think the Ravens win that pretty comfortably.
And the biggest thing is too, Lamar. He's always been he's always been not too fantastic in the playoffs, but he's been a regular season merchant.
Oh, merchant, dude. I mean,
I would not be surprised even with him missing 5-6 games if he ends up with 28 to 30 overall touchdowns.
Yeah.
Between the first couple games he played and the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised just because this dude is unreal.
Last game he had 4 touchdowns. I mean, and also with the
throwing
Vikings,
too, not even using his legs.
And with the Vikings, they're coming off a big one against Detroit. I think they put a lot of energy and effort to beat Detroit last week, which they usually do beat Detroit. But I got the Ravens pretty comfortable in this one.
Losers walk there for sure. Next we got the Eagles and we got the Packers.
That's a good game.
I'd say it's pretty self-explanatory. Bounce back needed for Green Bay after your boys had to dog that ass. So you know how that went. And then the Eagles, they've been winning football games, but not to their standard. I'd say they haven't put together a full game yet, honestly. That'd be worthy of anybody saying that they could make it back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They made some good defensive moves. So they're looking up. Jalen Phillips is a pretty solid player. I think he'll do pretty good to help them out.
Back in the big Fangio scheme.
So they'll. I definitely think that they're gonna look good this week. But the biggest thing is neither one of these teams are close to being out of playoff contention. But back to what I added on, these two teams were miles ahead of the Seahawks. Going into the season, Seahawks really weren't even on anybody's radar because you got the 49ers who fell off, people like that. But both these teams have kind of fallen off the back burner. I would say, like I said, in my personal opinion, it's definitely a hot take. I'd say the Seahawks have a really, really good chance of making the NFC Championship this year. And I think the only way that these two teams are going to show that they're worth it is if one of them have a very good win this week. So I think it's a big game.
You got Green Bay?
I got Green Bay.
See, this could be the first one I disagree with you. I think I got the Eagles, man. With the moves they made, they had holes. I mean, the Packers have holes, and the Eagles had holes. But the moves they made with Jair Alexander, Jalen Phillips, and Michael Carter, I like the Eagles, man. You can see it turn around. They're starting to lean back on Saquon, which he had a little bit of a hamstring injury in the last game, so we'll see how that is. But, man, even then, they have Tank Bigsby they trade for. Dude, if I'm an Eagles fan, I love Howie Roseman, dude. I mean, dude, he's a dog, dude. I mean, he just makes trades. He's almost like – I feel like he's only – GM is like picking up the phone, dude. Like, how does he get these players for third-round picks, fourth-round picks? I mean, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. Biggest reason is the Eagles, even though – the Eagles can have one loss. They could be 10-1, and there's still going to be chatter from their fans. So everybody's talking about this Eagles chatter. In reality, what you hear on the TV, what you hear through your phone is not necessarily what's going on in the building. So I always think that theirs is a little bit flaunted anyways. I think Green Bay's is real. I think Matt LaFleur is on a hot seat right now that nobody outside of Green Bay fans, I think, even realize it, because you look at Matt LaFleur and you think top 5 coach in the league.
I mean, he has the record.
But his offense is what he held his hat on, and they have been down bad. He's been calling bad play calls in weird spots. I truly think that the fans, if he loses his Eagles game right here, and they have a tie to the Cowboys, a loss to the Browns, a loss to the Panthers, I really see his seat getting extremely hot. To where if he doesn't make it, if he loses this game this week, I go as far as to say NFC Championship or bust, meaning
Yeah.
if he don't make it to the third round of the playoffs, he might be gone.
No, not
in
with
my
the
opinion.
roster they gave him. I mean,
Yeah.
years and years of Aaron Rodgers they talked about. They never took a first-round receiver. They took Matthew Golden. They said they never make trades. They traded for Michael Parsons. I mean, dude, they went all in. This is the year. So if LaFleur's going to do it, man, this is the year. He has really no excuses. He has the team. I mean, injuries can derail that, obviously. But, dude, they went – this is the first time Green Bay and what's his name, Gutekunst or something like that, their GM. It's got a crazy name. He went all in. I mean, they never did this for Aaron, which I don't know why. You know, I love Aaron Rodgers. But they did it for Jordan Love. They have the team. They have Josh Jacobs. They have the receivers. They have the defense. This is it, man. This is LaFleur's year to do it. So I agree with that.
I agree. I think it's hot. He's on a hot seat if he loses this game this week. So I'm going based on the coach. I think he's going to throw all his cards on the table.
Yeah.
I think he's going to try to win this game to get the fan base back.
I agree with that.
We're going to throw a couple surprise contenders out. We both kind of got our own thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I'm going contenders. I said NFC earlier. I'm going Super Bowl here. I'm going to double down, triple down, Seahawks.
Yeah.
It's not a surprise by now, but people still didn't believe in Sam Darnold going out of last season. I really like Sam. I really like what the Seahawks are doing. I love that Rashid move there they made. Jackson is a dog. Their defense is a bunch of dogs. Shout out to my boy from South Carolina, Warry is a beast. That was a great pickup.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah, I was sick. I was sick when I thought the Panthers were going to try to trade up for him. I really did. I was sick about that. But yeah, Warry's a beast. That coach, man, he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. Dude.
I mean, he's like you said. Who'd you compared him to?
He's a Sean McVay of defenses.
Defense.
Yeah,
and I 100% agree with that.
Mike
with
McDonald.
that take.
Yeah,
Mike
he's a
McDonald.
dog.
He has proven a lot.
Yeah.
A lot today. We've been saying a lot to prove today. He has proven a lot on the other side of the spectrum. So if they keep it up the way they are, injuries are always a big key in the NFL. But right now they've been pretty healthy.
Oh yeah.
If you keep that team healthy and you get Kenneth running, I really think that you turn this thing around.
You have a good defense. It's gonna be hard to beat. Right?
I could see them easily being in the Super Bowl in February. So that's my surprise contender right now.
Yeah. Well, my surprise contender we touched on earlier too. But I mean, going into the season, nobody thought the Colts were gonna be where they are, man.
Yeah.
But this trade they made with Sauce Gardner going all in and Jonathan Taylor, I get the Daniel Jones, but he's been developed. I mean, you've seen with Baker, you've seen with Sam Darnold, you've seen all these quarterbacks. They just come in bad situations early on. But I think Daniel's really turning around. I think being with Kevin O'Connell last year really helped his development, dude. And I think why not just ride Jonathan Taylor in that defense in that offensive line to the Super Bowl? Yeah, pause. Pause.
Right.
But I mean,
Johnny.
Maybe it's just because I'm listening to Pat McAfee show. Yeah. Maybe it's because I'm listening to Pat McAfee show all the time, and they always talking about the Colts, you know. But
Yeah,
dude, I'm all in on the Colts, man. I like Lou.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
I agree. I think, to add on what you're saying, I think the Colts, their whole season relies on Daniel Jones.
Yeah. And
Daniel he had there was a little clip that came out the other day, and he had that kind of
He looked like Giants,
freaked out
Daniel
face
Jones.
on whenever he was down to the Steelers.
Yeah.
Was it 17-7? I think they were down. Yeah, he had that scared face on. So we'll see if he gets his confidence back. But I mean, he has looked great.
But I think Shane Steichen's going to put him in good situations. They have a great offense. I mean, they got three studs at receivers, and Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Al Pierce, and then Tyler Warren. I mean, he might be the best tight end besides. I mean, Brock Bowers, Tyler Warren. I mean, they're dogs, man.
He's a beast. That's a definition of a Chicago.
They made three moves this offseason that really turned around their team, dude. They went and got Tyler Warren in the first round. They hired Lou Anarumo, and then now they got Daniel Jones, and then really it's four because they just got Sauce Gardner. But those moves, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, last year they didn't even make the playoffs, dude. Anthony Richardson, they were a terrible team, dude. They were talking about locker room concerns, and now look, one season you make the right moves, how you can turn around your team to a Super Bowl contender in one season.
Yeah. Ben Johnson overthought that a lot. That Cortland, not his name. What's his name?
Colston Loveland.
Colston Loveland
Yeah.
over Tyler Warren.
He was a super athletic guy.
Sitting there. Yeah, that was an overlook by him for sure. He was trying to make a hot. I mean, to be fair, he did have like 140 yards this week.
Yeah, Loveland's turning around.
I mean, he's turning around, but I mean, I think that was Ben trying to make a splash, trying to go this way when everybody else is going that way. And I think
Tyler Warren's a dog.
Sometimes it's easier
just to
roll with it. So, all right, we're gonna end the first podcast, episode 1 today. We're gonna do 2 segments at the end of every week. Me and Kevin are actually gonna switch off, so I'm gonna ask him the question first today. We got our first segment called Ball or BS. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give him an opinion that I truly think I believe in. He's gonna tell me if I'm talking ball or if I'm talking BS, and he's gonna tell me why he agrees or disagrees with what I'm saying. So my first one, I think Lane Kiffin has a better chance to stay at Ole Miss or take the Florida job over going to LSU. I think the unalignment that he has with that LSU has that they obviously showed with their previous coaches, and then the fact that they don't even have a president at the school. There was a lot of drama going on last week with that, and Lane made it known that he wasn't speaking on that because he had his own team to worry about, and he wasn't involved in drama. That kind of threw me off a little bit too. And I think Florida would be a little bit more patient with them. Florida was a national championship contender, but I mean, we're talking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that they need a guy with confidence. And Billy Napier, I mean, he gave the face that he wanted to be confident, but he was shaking in his damn boots every single week. So I think that you get somebody like Lane to come in there. I think he can get some recruits coming. The bad part about Florida is that you're fighting against Miami, you're fighting against Florida State at all times. If I had to guess, I'd say he stays at Ole Miss, but I think if he's taking a new job, it's Florida.
I agree with that. Because, his idol growing up, he talks about this all the time with Steve Spurrier. I mean, Steve played at Florida. And Lane lived at Florida for a long time. I mean, he's from FAU. He coached at FAU, so I can see that. And like I said, LSU's a lineman. I mean, they got the freaking governor or senator or whatever it is coming out saying, like, we don't need to pay the taxpayers, don't need to pay this. We need to make sure coaches are incentivized and all this. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on at LSU. I agree that Florida's job would be more attractive to me if I was Lane Kiffin.
Let's go. Talking ball.
Yeah.
Talking ball. Let's
man.
go. All right, last segment of the day. Like I said, we're going to do this one every week as well. Biggest loser of the weekend. So basically this segment, we're going to find the biggest loser, whether it's a player, a coach, a fan base, or a team that lost the weekend, whether it was due to some dumbass stuff they did, whether it was due to an actual loss. So yeah, I'm going to let Kevin lead this one off. Biggest loser of the weekend. Who you got?
My biggest loser of the weekend, Dan Quinn, man.
Shit.
Mine's Dan Quinn. Dude, what are you doing, dude? Dude, I am a Jaden Daniels super fan, man. I love him. I mean, I drafted him. I was talking to him earlier about this. I drafted him in 3 out of 5 of my fantasy football leagues, dude. I'm all in on Jaden. Yes, he's been hurt this year. Yes, the whole team has not been as good as what we thought. But, dude, what are you doing, dude? He just came back from injury. You're down, 38-7?
Yeah.
You're leaving your star quarterback, who's already banged up, against a good defensive end. And there's no reason to leave him in, dude. You freaking elbow dislocation. Of course, they haven't shut him out for the season, so there's a hope.
Yeah.
There's a hope. There's a hope he comes back. They didn't put him on IR, but is it worth them putting him back with their team they have right now, dude? I mean,
I'd say no.
Yeah, there's no reason to hurry. I would say just I thought they would have done a little fire sale at the trade deadline, but honestly, yeah, I would say don't bring Jaden back. But dude, what are you doing? I mean, just the thought of that, dude. And he comes out the freaking week later, a couple days later, and says in the presser, "Yeah, that's on me. I probably should have took him out a freaking drive earlier." Like, dude, come on, dumbass, dude. Don't tell me that shit, brother. Like, dude, I saw that shit, dude.
If you wouldn't have confirmed that, we wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah,
Shit.
Yeah, I think that makes it a lot better, dumbass. Like, come on, dude. You're about. I mean, it's an RG3 situation in Washington right now, dude. Like, bad management, dude. And that field might be cursed, I think. The field might be cursed, dude. It's time. They are relocated, thank God.
It's time to blow that one up and restart.
But yeah, dude, Dan Quinn's my biggest loser of the week, dude. And you're a dumbass. That's all I'm saying.
All right, my biggest loser of the weekend, I'm going Carson Beck at Miami. Number one, most people, it's either agree or disagree. Carson Beck is a bitch. He's always been a bitch. When he was at Georgia, I couldn't stand him, especially when he was playing good because he's always been cocky his entire life. But Miami was doing good this year. They beat Notre Dame. He comes out into the press conferences. He's talking team. He's talking, we're doing good as a team. Everybody's meshing well. And then fast forward 2.5 months later, he's calling out his coach saying that their defense was running the same play every time. I just played the call that the coach told me to run. I mean, you're secretly throwing your coach under the bus without saying it was his fault. You did the same thing with your other players last week. I mean, you're calling out your players for not catching the ball, for not running the right routes. You're throwing them under nonstop. You're killing your team's chances at the playoffs, and you're killing your draft stock. No NFL team wants to see that. And that's about it. Biggest loser of the week, Carson Beck. You are a bitch. Biggest loser of the week. So guys, that's episode 1. I had a great time. Honestly, like I said, this is our first run, our first attempt. I think we started a little shaky, but I think we finished that strong. So
I agree, brother. Hey, like I said, man, we just want to keep this open. We want to hear from y'all. So if y'all can, just drop a like and subscribe. And leave a comment. Like I said, man, we want to hear from y'all. Tell us what ideas you have for the channel and what you want to hear from us. We'll catch y'all next week.
Let's go, man. We got babies to feed. Come on, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.